Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Shadow Stitch, and today we're going to be doing my personal draft analysis for Season 6 of the CBN, or the Castalia Battle Network. So the CBN is my very own draft league. It is a VGC Wi-Fi draft league, which is just awesome. So I really enjoy this league. I really enjoy playing VGC, normally, and VGC draft is just so fun. It's just so unique and different than like singles draft and stuff like that, and I just really enjoy it. So yeah, this video is going to be just my team and why I drafted it and why I like it and what I like about it and all that fun stuff. However, if you come back later this evening, at around 8 p.m. EST, we're going to be doing a draft stream where we're going to look at every single drafted team for Season 6 of the CBN. So that's, if you're interested in that, swing on by. If not, look forward to more content. You can check the description. All the coaches that I know of that are probably uploading, there's going to be links to them down below, and be sure to give them some love, check them out, and I hope you guys are looking forward to some great content here in the CBN. So I know we're running a little late into the cycle of like the DLC 1, the Teal Mask DLC, but I really wanted to try to get at least one season in with this this format, because it just seems so fun and so unique. So we will have a pretty sizable overlap into the second DLC, but yeah, I think it'll be okay, and it's gonna be worth it to just play this format, because I think it's just so fun. So yeah, but enough about all that. Let's go ahead and just do a quick breakdown of what to expect this season. So this season, Season 6, we have 14 coaches, pretty big step up from last season where we had 8, then the standard 8 weeks. This is actually going to be a pretty competitive season, because we have top 6 playoffs. So of course the top 2 seeds will get a round 1 bye in the playoffs, and then yeah, so every week's going to count. We do keep in count of differential and Pokemon differential and all that fun stuff. So this is going to be a very competitive season with 14 coaches and only 6 playoff spots, which is great. The standard team structure that we've figured on for the CBN, we have 10 total picks, and then you have 5 tiered picks, 5 points picks, and then for the points picks you have a 400-point budget. So I typically don't like tiered drafts, but we found with the VGC draft, super top-heavy teams seem to be very overwhelming. So to limit that and to promote some creativity in drafting and building, we've kind of introduced the tiered system, and it seems to have worked out pretty well for us so far, which is pretty good. Same thing with our Terra rules, where we allow a full team free Terra, but you just have to reveal your Terra type on team preview. In building, usually you can figure out like maybe 3 or 4 Terra types that your opponent can bring, along with the Mons. So and then in team preview you get to see those Terra types, and it's just much less a surprise. So yeah, there's precedent in this with obviously open team sheet tournaments and stuff like that in standard VGC, but of course it doesn't make much sense to show all the moves and items and stuff like that. It kind of completely defeats the point of a draft, in my opinion. But I think this is a great middle ground, because Terra is incredibly overwhelming and powerful mechanic, but it promotes creativity in the team building and this way, and I really like that. But yeah, so anyway, enough about all that. Again, can you tell I really like this league? So this is my baby. But let's go ahead and just look at the team that I drafted for Season 6. So boom, there it is. We were indeed pick 3 out of 14, so we pretty much guaranteed to get something really good. And I decided on picking up Como as my first pick. Como just seemed like a really powerful build-around Pokemon, and in the A tier, I thought it was just really good. So obviously we can go for like the Clangorous Soul, clanging scale sets and stuff like that, but it just has so many other options. You got like Iron Defense, Drain Punch, and Body Press sets and stuff like that, and It just has so many options. It seems like it's just a nightmare Pokemon to prep against because you don't really know usually what's coming, which is cool. So, and of course, I want to build some support around it. So we picked up a few support Pokemon, being the Rabombi, the Mousehold, and even Sinistcha, and Poltergeist. It's not Sinistcha, Poltergeist. So yeah, of course, let's just run it down. So we got Rabombi, incredibly good support Pokemon. It's got Tailwind, Pollen Puff to heal up our guys and doing stab damage, which is great. You got Screens, Taunt, Skill Swap, Charm, Fake Tears. You just got so many options on this Pokemon. It did lose Speed Swap though, which does make me very sad. Is what it is. So, and in a lot of the matchups, I'm going to be the fastest Tailwind on the field, which is really, really cool. And of course, it has a built-in Covert Cloak with Shield Dust, which is awesome. So, Mousehold, excellent support Pokemon. Of course, has like Follow Me for redirection, which is great. It can, go for like Super Fang, and then of course Population Bomb is one of the stupidest moves that Pokemon has ever made. So there is that. Yeah, Mousehold just looks like a really, really good Pokemon, and Mousehold plus Como is already a pretty strong pairing in standard VGC. So there's no reason that it wouldn't be here. Of course, Friend Guard is a busted good ability, so that's awesome. So Poltergeist is probably our last like kind of support Pokemon. Hospitality in D tier just seems really good, so that's nice, and it has pretty much everything that Sinistcha has. Except for Matcha Gotcha and Strength Sap. So it can still Rage Powder, it can still set up Trick Room, it can still Imprison Trick Room, it can still go for like Scald if you want to burn things. It's just like annoying little support Pokemon that I felt like was just super good for its price point. So yeah, this is just really nice. So anyway though, going into some of our other picks, we got Crocodile. So normally, in the draft, I really actually wanted to get Arcanine because I thought Arcanine paired super well. I could have gone for like a Justified combo with like Mousehold and stuff like that too, which would have been really cool. But hey, it got sniped. That's draft. What you gonna do? And I am not miffed about getting Crocodile. This Pokemon is freaking awesome. It's just such a good roll compression Pokemon. Of course, ground typing, dark typing is great. It got knockoff back, which is awesome. You can go for Earthquakes, Rock Slides, you can even Snarl and stuff like that. It's pretty bulky, pretty fast, and just, Intimidate is just a great ability, so there's that. So, yeah, then I wanted to kind of pick up my S tier, this season, because we had so many more coaches, we kind of had to push a few things into S tier that weren't there last season. So we ended up pushing, Heatran and I believe Goldengo up, and then plus of course a couple other like newly reintroduced Pokemon and stuff like that, like the Ogerpons, Darkrai, etc. I think Heatran is definitely worthy of being an S tier Pokemon. It's probably one of the weaker options up there, but I think that it can do a lot of good work. Heatran's already an insanely good Pokemon in standard VGC, and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be here. So it's just such a good Pokemon. It's pretty fast under Tailwind, which is great. So we can pair it next to Rabombi and stuff like that. Flash Fire is a great ability. Flame Body is a great ability if we don't see the need for Flash Fire. And just good spread damage. Hits really freaking hard. And just in general, it's just a great bulky Pokemon, and especially with Terra, it is just a beast. It just doesn't freaking die, which is awesome. So yeah, definitely looking forward to using Heatran. So next up, we had to make sure we got some fake out Pokemon, so we ended up grabbing Gothitelle and Salazzle. Of course Gothitelle has a lot more going for it than just fake out. We have Shadow Tag, we have Trick Room, we can Imprison Trick Room, we can set up screens, we can go for Gravity because it got that back, which is awesome. Yeah, overall, this Pokemon is just a toolbox of options. It's pretty bulky. You know, especially with Terra, we can change his typing and stuff like that. So yeah, I just have never actually, I don't think I've ever drafted Gothitelle. So I think that this could be just a really fun option. First time trying this mon, which is really cool. And then for some fast fake out, we got Salazzle. It did lose Sludge Wave, so it doesn't have spread poison damage, but it does of course have Heat Wave. It's very fast. Gert Bilbo, he's also another coach this season. He drafted it last season and he used it immaculately all season. I freaking really looking forward to using that. So he played it so well, it kind of inspired me a little bit. So yeah, this is really cool. So next up though, I really want to grab a ghost type. We ended up grabbing Mismagius, and I think Mismagius is awesome. It fit this team really well, you know, not only being a ghost type, but being pretty fast. It can imprison Trick Room. You know, it can set up screens. It can actually make a fun little pairing with Gothitelle because it does get Perish Song. So I have like a mini Perish Trap combo on the team, which is pretty cool. And just in general, just was like a fast, pretty strong option, especially with Terra. Like, it can do a lot of damage. And, you know, keeping Levitate is great with Terra and stuff like that, which is just great. So yeah. And then last but not least, we got Rotom Frost. So I was looking for a way to set up a Disquake combo, and Rotom Frost kind of like called out to me and was like, yo, what about me? And I'm like, you know what, that's actually a pretty good idea. So of course we got Blizzard. Blizzard's not the most accurate thing, but you know, you could set up like a Tailwind, and then, you know, go for Discharge and Earthquake, with, you know, together with Crocodile and stuff. Usually you want your Discharge user to be faster than your Earthquake user, but it is what it is. What you gonna do, right? So there's that. But yeah, I really like Rotom Frost. I think it just has a ton of utility, and for a D tier pick, I thought it was great value down there. It's bulky, it's pretty fast. You know, it's not like the fastest thing in the world, of course, but you know, under Tailwind it can do a lot of damage, which is great, and just again, has so much utility, and that's just really cool. So but yeah, this is the team I really enjoy. I'm really looking forward to using this team. Definitely gonna be a lot of fun this season, and of course to all the coaches, thank y'all so much for joining this season. Let's have a great season, and I hope to see you guys in future videos. And of course, you know, check out the draft stream later on this evening if you want. So we're going to be uploading every Friday for this league until we are done. So, but yeah, enough about that. I say that a lot, don't I? Damn. I just realized that. That's going to be it for me today. Thank y'all so much for stopping by and watching. Like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. I love you all. Deuces.